Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we've got an incredible story that's equal parts heartbreaking, infuriating, and ultimately uplifting. It's about arrogance, humiliation, instant karma, and one quiet act of kindness that turns into the ultimate pro-revenge. Grab some tissues because this one is going to hit you right in the feels. Let's dive in. Picture this: a small, dusty town just outside Austin, Texas. The kind of place where everybody knows everybody and life moves a little slower. In the heart of this town stands Cole's Auto Repair, a rundown garage that's been in the family for generations. The owner is Ethan Cole, a 38-year-old mechanic who's as honest as they come. Ethan isn't rich, far from it. He's a single dad raising his teenage son after losing his wife to cancer 5 years ago. Bills pile up, the garage barely breaks even, and some months he has to choose between fixing a customer's car for free or putting food on his own table. But Ethan, he's the type of guy who always chooses kindness. He fixes cars for elderly neighbors at cost, helps out at the local church, and never turns away someone in need. Now contrast that with Valerie Stone. Valerie is the billionaire CEO of Stone Tech, a massive tech empire based in Austin that's worth billions. She's on the cover of magazines, drives a fleet of luxury cars, and lives in a sprawling mansion on a private estate. Valerie built her company from the ground up after inheriting a small startup from her late husband. She's ruthless in business, known for crushing competitors and firing employees without a second thought. But her world revolves around one person: her 16-year-old daughter, Amelia. Amelia was born with a rare congenital condition that affected her legs. From the time she was a toddler, she's been in braces, wheelchairs, and undergone countless surgeries. The best doctors in the world, flown in from Europe, Asia, you name it, have tried everything. Experimental treatments, cutting-edge therapies costing millions. But nothing worked. Amelia hasn't taken more than a few assisted steps in over a decade. She's a bright, beautiful girl with a sharp mind and a kind heart, but the constant pain and limitations have worn on her. And on Valerie. Valerie throws money at the problem endlessly, but deep down, she's terrified of losing the one thing that matters most in her life. One scorching summer day, Valerie's driver is on the way to a routine checkup for Amelia in Austin when their luxury SUV breaks down on the side of a quiet back road, right outside Ethan's garage. The engine overheats, smoke billowing out. The driver calls for tow from the city, but it's going to take hours. Valerie, impatient as ever, decides they can't wait. Amelia is uncomfortable in the heat, so Valerie demands they find help immediately. They roll up to Cole's Auto Repair. Ethan is under an old pickup truck, covered in grease, when he hears the crunch of tires on gravel. He slides out, wipes his hands on a rag, and walks over with his usual friendly smile. "Hey there, folks, looks like you're having some trouble. What can I do for you?" Valerie steps out of the car, designer sunglasses on, looking every bit the powerhouse CEO. She's stressed, worried about Amelia, and not in the mood for small talk. Amelia is in the backseat looking pale. The driver explains the overheating issue. Ethan nods, pops the hood, and starts diagnosing it quickly. It's a simple fix, a busted hose and low coolant. He could have it done in 30 minutes. But Valerie glances at the rundown garage, the old tools, Ethan's worn clothes, and makes a snap judgment. "This place, are you serious? This looks like a junkyard. I need a certified mechanic, not some local handyman." Ethan keeps his cool. "Ma'am, I've been fixing cars for 20 years. I can get you back on the road safe and sound." Valerie scoffs. "Do you even know what kind of car this is? It's a custom Bentley. I don't trust some poor mechanic in a nowhere town to touch it. You'll probably make it worse." The words hit Ethan like a slap. Poor mechanic. He's heard whispers like that before, but never so bluntly. His face flushes, but he stays professional. "I understand your concern, but I promise I know what I'm doing." Amelia from the backseat speaks up softly. "Mom, it's hot. Can he just fix it, please?" Valerie ignores her. She turns to the driver. Call the dealership in Austin. Tell them to send a flatbed. We're not risking it here. Then turning back to Ethan with pure disdain. Look, I'm sure you do fine with tractors and pickup trucks, but this is out of your league. Go back to whatever it is you do for the people around here. Ethan stands there, stunned, humiliated in front of his own garage. He's not angry yet, just hurt. He spent his life helping people, and this stranger just reduced him to nothing because of how he looks and where he works. Fine, he says quietly. I'll get out of your way. As they wait for the tow, Valerie paces, complaining loudly on her phone about the incompetent locals and how this delay is ruining her schedule. Amelia watches Ethan through the window. He goes back to work on the pickup, but she can see the tension in his shoulders. The tow truck arrives 2 hours later. Valerie doesn't even glance at Ethan as they leave. No thank you, no apology, just arrogance. But fate has a funny way of working. A week later, Valerie gets a call from one of the top orthopedic specialists she's been consulting for Amelia. He's seen some innovative custom brace designs online, lightweight, adjustable leg supports made from advanced materials that could revolutionize mobility for patients like Amelia. The designs are from an anonymous engineer who's been posting prototypes on niche medical forums. But the catch: the engineer isn't selling them commercially yet. He's a hobbyist, working out of a small shop. Desperate for any hope, Valerie tracks down the source. It leads to a small garage outside Austin, Cole's Auto Repair. Ethan isn't just a mechanic. In his spare time after putting his son to bed, he tinkers in his workshop. His late wife had suffered from chronic pain, and before she passed, he started experimenting with engineering better supports and braces. He never made money from it. He just shared designs online to help others, anonymously. Over the years, he's refined them, using salvaged materials and 3D printing he taught himself. His braces are stronger, lighter, and more comfortable than anything on the market. Valerie shows up at the garage again, this time alone, in a different car. She's hesitant, almost embarrassed. She explains Amelia's condition and asks if Ethan could possibly build custom braces based on his designs. Ethan recognizes her immediately, the woman who called him poor, incompetent, out of his league. He could say no. He could tell her to get lost just like she dismissed him. That would be petty revenge. But Ethan isn't petty. Instead, he listens. He asks about Amelia's exact measurements, her pain points, her daily struggles. Valerie opens up, something she rarely does. She admits the fear, the guilt, the endless failed treatments. Ethan agrees to help. Not for money, though Valerie offers a fortune. He does it because it's the right thing, because Amelia doesn't deserve to suffer. Over the next months, Ethan pours his heart into the project. He works nights, sources rare materials, tests prototypes on himself to ensure they're perfect. Valerie visits regularly, bringing Amelia. At first, it's awkward. Valerie tries to apologize, but Ethan brushes it off. I'm doing this for your daughter, not for you. Amelia and Ethan bond. She's fascinated by his workshop, his stories about fixing things with nothing. Ethan sees his late wife in her strength. Amelia's hope grows with each fitting. Finally, the day comes. The braces are ready, sleek, custom-fitted, revolutionary. They meet in Ethan's garage. Amelia, nervous, stands with crutches. Valerie watches, holding her breath. Ethan helps strap on the braces. Take it slow, kiddo, one step at a time. Amelia grips the parallel bars Ethan set up. She lifts one foot, then the other, a step, then another. No pain, no wobble. She's walking, really walking for the first time in over 10 years. Tears stream down her face. Mom, I can walk. Valerie collapses to her knees, sobbing uncontrollably. Joy, relief, overwhelming gratitude. She looks at Ethan, the man she humiliated, the poor mechanic who just gave her daughter a miracle. I'm so sorry, she whispers through tears. I was awful to you, arrogant, blind. You're the real hero here. Ethan smiles softly. Karma has a way of balancing things out, doesn't it? Amelia actually runs, into Ethan's arms for a hug. The garage fills with laughter and tears. Word spreads. The story goes viral in medical circles. Ethan's designs get attention from big companies. Offers pour in. He partners with a foundation to make affordable braces for kids who can't afford them, just like he always dreamed. Valerie, she changes. She funds Ethan's work, but more importantly, she learns humility. She publicly shares the story, admitting her mistake, warning others about judging people by appearances. And Ethan, he gets his quiet revenge, not through malice, but through kindness. The arrogant billionaire who looked down on him now sees him as the savior of her family. Family karma delivered pro-style. That's the power of not stooping to someone's level. Sometimes, being the bigger person delivers the sweetest, most nuclear revenge of all. What do you think? Has something like this ever happened to you, getting sweet karma on someone who wronged you? Drop it in the comments. Like if this story touched you, share if it inspired you, and subscribe for more real-life karma and revenge tales. Hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.